200 yards. It's the Seahawks.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Corral. Look at the big man rumble.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Cardinals at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
This defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they...
And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And this one's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
This is caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Davante Adams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. touchdown out is Prater to kick.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Here's Jackson. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Now Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals.
James Conner.
40 yards.
And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there.
And now it's 2nd down.
Well, look at this Arizona defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Corral.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now, and some kind of score was desperately needed.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Murray.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Corral with it. 1st down here.
Over the middle, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A pickup. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 24-yard line.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Corral now on 2nd down. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st down, Seahawks.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Shifts by him.
And he'll take this to the 46. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, grabbing, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Corral now to throw. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's Michael Dixon down the punt. And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Prater's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. With it is Jackson.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Go on,
2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that.
Especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Prater for the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap to Corral.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Corral here working from the gun. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And Corral will throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
The 1st down throw here for Corral. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Corral.
Forced out to his left. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Fakes a handoff here. Corral.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From a yard out.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Seahawks 14.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw left side, get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On 1st down, it's Corral. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
A final shot before the half for Corral.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, a run with counter. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They run with Neal. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Corral. And complete to Smith-Njigba.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
First down, Seattle.
Corral sets up play action.
Throws right side, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Ooh, the juke. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
89 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Escaping the... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Matt Corral
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Conner. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Conner going to pick up a Cardinals 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's a gain of 15. Brings up 2nd and inches. At the Seahawks.
It'll be Murray on the keeper.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Corral from his own end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Corral with it on first down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now Corral. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. Again, it's Corral. Buying time to his left. Corral lost it. The ball is out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start with the option.
And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Murray now to throw.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Back to throw it. Murray. Flushed out right. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Prater for the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there.